Hello, my lovelies. It is Lilah here, and as you can see, I'm not in my usual surrounds. I'm actually somewhere on the coast of South Africa, a place called the Kelders near Gansbaai, which is one of my most favorite places in the whole world. The energy here is so clear and so pure, and I have been visiting a lion sanctuary close by. So I just felt I wanted to come online and just share with you, since it's been quite a while since I've shared, and there is much going on. You will know, for those of you that have watched my channel, and welcome to those who haven't been here before, that everything I share comes from my heart. I never share anything just for the sake of sharing. I always feel deeply into the energies, and I'm prompted and guided to share as I feel the need to. In my work as a healer, I have seen much going on recently, and let's just say that the spiritual warfare, for want of a better word. Oh, and as I'm talking, there's a hawk flying above, so that's always a good sign, right? The battle between the side of the light and the other side, let's just name it that, is actually just really ramping up. So I apologize for the surrounding noises, but if you can just focus in on what it is I have to share. You will also know, for those of you that have listened to me or watch my social media or are part of my community, that the heart field for me is the place at which we seed into our light. It's where our light comes through and is anchored through our physical body into the earth. This heart field is the all-seeing eye. It is the place at which, when clear and open, can see clearly, can see what is going on. And now more than ever, you are being asked to develop this clear sight. Since there is a great unknowing, since much of what is showing itself is the false light, as my guides told me, all that glitters is not gold, you will need to show a greater and more deeper level of discernment in everything you engage with. As more and more people are awakening on the planet, there are more and more opportunities to seduce, to hijack, to divert this energy. And so now is the time where you step deeply and strongly into your spiritual power. It is a battle for spiritual power. What do I mean by that? We are channels of energy. Our physical vessel is merely animated by that life force that is part of the universal flow, that is part of the cosmos and all there is. So, animals and the ocean and the sea, the sun, the trees, the plants, they all hold this energy in a very coherent way. There is no distraction, there's no diversion. But us humans have been given the capacity of the brain. And if you wanted to know the real AI that is a threat to our survival, it is the AI that is the human mind. Since over the past few hundred years, every ailment or every physical illness, and especially now in the field of mental health and illness, the mind is used to analyze, to describe, to label, to hold witness to, when in actual fact this mind field is very, very one-dimensional. And over the past few months and years, I have also shared about the mental field collapsing. And so it really is now a place of moving from the head into the heart, into that seat of consciousness, into that very center of our energetic presence here on earth, so that we can see more clearly. This was an ability I have had for many, many years, and only later in life became aware of it. And I'm not particularly religious. Let me say that the right way around. I'm not particularly religious, but I was raised, in a convent school, and obviously had exposure to the Bible. And this isn't I'm not putting name or shame or blame to any religions. Please, that's not what I'm saying. But for me, I would always hear the words, blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. And this, saying kind of showed itself to me over the years as a healer. And only, I would say, in the past 5 or 6 years, working with clients, working with myself, working meditations, has it become very, very clear to me that what that sentence is saying is that our heart field, our energy field, needs to be as pure as possible in order to see. in order to see the layers within people's energy fields, the energy between people, and to hold a high level of discernment and perception when it comes to false light and true light. Because March 23rd was a very, very powerful date. If you'd watched my previous video, and there's a link above, of the energy update for 2023, you will know that I said that around March, I feel something's happening. And I didn't know anything about the astrology then, but as we know, Pluto moved into Aquarius on March the 23rd, and then will kind of come in and out until it lands there fully towards the end of next year. For me, that experience in the middle of the mountains was that this false light, this mental field that is very restrictive, constrictive, it's separating, it's segregating, it's depressing, it's squashing our light, is actually over. So I received the words, the simulation is over, the mental simulation. And you will know that these reality games, or these virtual reality games where you have the little goggles on, is that you step into a place that is unreal. You are going to be asked to very deeply connect into your heart, and I'll tell you how you do that, because I can hear many of you saying, how do I do that? In order to be discerning of what is happening around you. I can tell you the first step is not to step into the suffering, even though it is incredibly difficult. And I find myself crying on occasion at the state of humanity. But that doesn't help with our light, right? Yes, hold compassion. Yes, hold empathy. But when we move into the suffering, we kind of move out of alignment with our flow, with the integrity of our heart and energy field. So hold compassion, but keep an open heart. And so with this field that is now opened, there is going to be the exposure of many. Many we might have seen as spiritual gurus, many who we have maybe placed our faith in, many who you felt were guiding lights for you. And so what I ask for you, beautiful souls, is to remember yourself as the guiding light, to come back to what is true and right for you. And so this comes to my point about how we can open this heart field, right? How do we work with this energy? The first energy, or the first practice, is always self-awareness, a deeper and deeper awareness of self, awareness of your habits, your behaviors, your beliefs, awareness of any constrictions where you close off, awareness of maybe when you share too much, where you give too much, because everything is about coming back to balance. We cannot give energy away without taking care of ourselves. And again, the self-nurture, another video I'll put up here, one I put up many years ago, is about really maintaining that energy field, right? Is, if you're going to be that candle, that light that lights others, you don't want to snuff it out, right? We don't want to remove the oxygen flow. And what is the oxygen flow? That flow of air that is our soul, that is our spirit, that makes us feel alive. The connection to nature, the connection to loved ones, the connection to that which drives us, our passion. All of those are energies that actually help us keep this sacred love fire, heart flame alive. And in the days, months, and years to come, the heart needs to be aflame with passion, with love for self, because love for self is love for others. Respect for self is respect for others. And so in this tumultuous, ever-evolving collapse, change, recreation of our human experience is really requiring each one of us to step into that place. So because the simulation is over, because the true light is coming through, it's as if you live in a house, you have a roof, and so you've thought that house is all there is. You know where the rooms are, you know where the roof is, it's contained, it's comfortable. Now that roof is blown off, right? And we can look up into the sky and receive that light. That is where we're at. But that light also comes in and shows us all the cobwebs in the corner. It shows us what is locked away in the cupboards. And so within ourselves and within the people around us and within, society at large, those creepy crawlies are going to come out of the woodwork. Don't don't be sidetracked by that. Don't be distracted by that. Keep doing your inner work to the extent that you can, without self-judgment, without name, blame, shame, but with a whole lot of patience. So this battle for spiritual power is real. All that glitters is not gold. You know, for those people newly awakening, I sometimes receive images of their eyes flicking open, and then they go towards what they think is a light, but then as soon as they move towards it, they're back in zombie mode, right? Eyes out, eyes closed, arms out. That's the false light. And there is much of that happening out there, because that pulls us away from our center, where really all we're being asked is, what is your truth? How do you speak your truth? How do you live authentically? How do you take care of self while also taking care of others? How do you find the balance? So in all of my sharings, like I said, it's always intended for your highest good and healing. There is much I would like to share, and there's much happening at the moment, and there's much information I'm receiving from my spiritual team. And today, you know, there were lots of messages that came in from our work with the land, with the beautiful animals of the land. And then on going down, you know, just down the road to a coffee shop, there's a beautiful lady serving me coffee and lunch, and I could see in her eyes that she just wanted to connect. And when I spoke to her, she spoke about how she's been disconnected from God, whatever your experience of God is, and that just this morning she had asked for help to understand what she can do. And all I said to her, looking in her eyes, is, know that you hold a light inside. That light is within you. Fan it with spiritual presence, spiritual power, a connection to your authentic self, with joy, the sense of being alive, in as much as you can do. And know that in the parable of the starfish, any person you come into contact with will benefit from that light. And if you make a difference to one, you make a difference to many, many others, because that light will go and light up someone else, and so it goes. And so rather than waiting for the validation, hold yourself in gentle presence. Hold yourself in conscious awareness. Speak kindly. Treat yourself and others with respect. Drop the judgment. Take a deep breath. The world is not collapsing. In fact, we are about to move up and through and down as deeply as possible. Hold on to your faith. Hold on to hope, and really, really do what you do for the love of humanity. And it doesn't matter what you do. Just do it for the love of humanity. So with that, I send you many blessings. I'm just looking for my button so I can close the video. If you have comments, please share. I'm available. I see one-on-one clients. I have clients all over the world. I'd love to be able to see your light, to read your light, to feel your light, and to reflect back to you who you truly are. So if you feel called to make a booking, please do. I send you much love from the land of the ancient ones, from De Kelder's Cave, from the lions here at Panthera, Africa, Lion Sanctuary. And as always, I'm here for you to be of service. Take care, and we'll chat again soon.